Hi, this is Carlos Cousins. This is a reading question that is asking us to describe an entire passage. For this sort of question, the thing that you need to watch out the most for is being able to not just identify what the author is talking about, but what claims are being made, what pieces of evidence are given, and really uh, how the author feels about it. What's the tone behind what's being talked about? So that we can have a better idea of what the author's intention was, and then might go ahead and answer the question. So that takes a lot of work, and you've already read the passage, so I'm just going to go ahead and quickly summarize what's happening. We have this a music student that is at a conservatory and is talking about this girl that he finds such a great player, and he doesn't really like the way that she plays because of um, her skill, really, but really because she gets so into the music. He says it's as though she were possessed and recognizes he's being trite by saying it, but really has to because of the way this whoops this girl plays. So here we see that he thinks of her as oh, where is it? Like she was a famous cellist. It says she was her sound was so incredible, and he started liking the way that she played. He was so excited to be playing with her. It was the most fun I've had with music in a long time, and you can start assuming here that all of a sudden he's developing something for her, and of course that is love. He's developing an attraction for this girl. Now, when we were done, I wanted to talk to her more, but I didn't know what to say. The first thing that came to mind, admittedly, rather inane comment was, "What do you like most about playing?" So this is a key shift in what we're talking about. The rest of the passage talks about this question, and I've highlighted it here because her response is going to talk about what that shift actually is. Um, she thought for a minute and replied, "I don't know, the music, if I really feel it, it can make me so sad and so happy all at the same time. I guess I just feel when I'm playing that I'm really living. I feel alive. I never realized that before." So he was able to inspire very deep reflection in her, and believes this answer to have been so apt and profound that all of a sudden he knew he began to fall in love with her. So now he's sure, now we're sure that what's happening is that he's falling in love. We weren't really sure over here. This was just an inference, an assumption. That now it's definitely stated. So how can the passage best be described? Once we have all of that in mind, let's go ahead and consider these answer choices. A story about an artist who inspires others to study music. So they were already at a conservatory. This student was already inspired to study music. She didn't really do that for him, so that doesn't make sense. A harsh criticism of conservatory culture in the late 80s. There's no explicit criticism of conservatory culture at the time, so that doesn't really make sense unless we were assuming for some reason, unless there's an assumption for a reason that's not clearly stated that this is meant as a criticism. Um, a look at the changing opinion one person holds of another. So you guys know this is the right answer, and the reason that is because all of a sudden he goes from being originally interested in the way that she was playing, that she played differently and with more passion than other people, to feeling excited when he was with her, being unsure of what was going on, why he was so happy around this new person, to eventually knowing that he was falling in love. So the opinion changes over time. And that's what this question is trying to get at. But let's go ahead and consider why the other two options are wrong. A regretful glance back at the lost days of youth. So it is a glance back at the lost days of youth. Not necessarily lost. We're not sure that the author is no longer young, and definitely not regretful. There's no reason here to believe that he regrets having met this girl, or growing old for that matter, unless we're making assumptions. So again, that's not the right answer for that reason. And then a description of a difficult relationship between two caring partners. They're not partners yet. They're not in a relationship officially. And as friends, the relationship doesn't seem difficult at all. And I think that's the crux of why this is wrong. In fact, it's very easy. They're enjoying being with each other, especially the person describing this story. So I hope that explains why this question's answer is C. And happy prepping.